implicitly thinking of the sun as a conscious being that can respond to prayers. Now, of course, as soon as you look in a physics textbook, then you realize that's not the way physics sees it. It's just a kind of giant hydrogen bomb with physical processes going on that's totally unconscious. But it's not as if scientists have ever proved the sun or the other stars are unconscious. They've just assumed it, because Descartes said so in the 17th century, defined all matter as unconscious, by definition, not by proof, empirical inquiry, rational discussion. A simple prejudice and taboo has become established on these questions where they're not valid topics for discussion, except perhaps at the weekend university. And in most educational institutions, this would not be something you could talk about. So I think that the question, it's an open question, is the sun conscious? And then if we think about that a little bit more, well, the first we'd have to recognize straight away that if the sun's conscious, then all the other stars are probably conscious too. So you can't just confine sun because it's the nearest one to Earth. This must be a general argument. Then there's the question, if it's conscious, then what's the interface between its mind and its body? Well, what's the interface between our brains and our minds, our bodies and our mind? Most people would think that that interface is to do with the electrical patterns of activity in the brain, that's what it relates to our consciousness. You know, EEG, alpha rhythms, theta waves, delta rhythms, and so on, depend on your state of consciousness. That somehow the electrical activity of the brain is what underlies mental activity. This is what electrochemical activity, because of course there are neurotransmitters, but it's principally the electrical activity that people are interested in, and neurophysiologists measure, and neuroscientists measure this activity through all sorts of electrical devices, not just EEGs, electroencephalogram. Well, does the sun have electrical activity? Well, yes, it does. The sun has immensely complex patterns of electrical activity. It has, its whole surface is covered with granulation, millions of them. Each side of the sun has at least a million of these granulations, which are like convection cells, which are made of electrically charged plasma. They set up electrical currents through their movement. Then you have 11-year cycles of solar activity, the sunspot cycle, where you get more and more sunspots. Each sunspot is dark.